And I think a lot of times, at least in my personal experience, more so than a mismarketed brand, in that somebody is preaching one lifestyle and then living a completely different lifestyle, even though that certainly happens, is somebody who is so afraid to live the wrong style that they don't live any.
Ooh, that's good.
Because we take the gift that God has given us and we bury it so far deep because we're afraid to be wrong. And I'm still learning this, and I hope this isn't ignorant when I say it, but I enjoy being wrong. I enjoy being told when I'm wrong, especially because that's when I learned how to correct myself, and correction is a good thing in the long run. But I think the more we're afraid to be wrong or to be corrected, especially, I think that's where the fear of being wrong stems from, is truly just the fear of being corrected or rebuked. But if we're around Christian brothers and sisters who love us enough to rebuke us in love, then that shouldn't be a fear, And when God's Spirit actually convicts us, He's not doing it from a place of judgment or condemnation. He's doing it from a place of, hey, I've set you free. There's no reason for you to be doing this. It's not a rebuke that automatically puts you in chains and puts you back in bondage and puts you in the grips of the devil. It's a rebuke that actually liberates you and frees you in a way. But we're so scared of that because, when we think of correction, we're so bad at giving and taking correction. Because we think when we correct people, it has to be this completely judgmental thing. I don't know where that comes from. Maybe just almost pure biology, or maybe there's a personal stake from whoever's doing the correcting. Maybe they were, I guess, their ego was hurt by whatever the person did. Maybe they felt as if they were sinned against as well, as God being sinned against. And so they think, okay, I have to correct this person for my sake and my honor, as well as God's, and that just gets really, really tricky. And I think we just have to be better about it both ways. But coming back to marketing, we've got to first be able to say, hey, God's given us this resource to manage, and we've got to start spreading it. We've got to start saying, hey, I've got this coin. What you need this coin. I'm going to tell you 1,000 reasons why you need this coin and how you can use this coin. You could buy, a sheep with it, a pig with it, maybe not a whole pig with it, but I don't know. You can, there's something, again, that people need, whether it's hope or it's peace or it's love or it's connection or just the sense of belonging. There's something that people need from Jesus, whether or not they know they need it from Jesus. And Jesus is just that same coin that's been given to us. It might seem like it's one coin, but really it's the chest and more so. We've got to just be able to market Him as best as we can.
And going back to, I was thinking of something when you were saying about the talents. Like, I've heard it said, some pastor, I forgot who it was, but he was saying, the guy with the 5 talents, he, invested them, got 5 more. The guy with the 3 invested them, got 5 more. And then the one put it away. He said, the words he said were, I knew you were a harsh master. So he buried them, which I think this pastor said, another translation of that is, I knew you didn't know what you were doing.
Ooh.
And I heard that and I was like, my goodness. And then because that's a parable relating to our relationship with God, is like when we take our gifts that we're given, whether mine's guitar, worship, business, I don't know, maybe down the road it's NASCAR racing, I don't know. But whatever it is, if I take that and I don't invest it back into the kingdom, that is me indirectly saying to God, God, I knew you didn't know what you were doing.
Dang.
And how is that going to stand up when you're standing before the Lord, when He says, Caden, I gave you this. Cody, I gave you this. Whoever, I gave you this. And you said to me, God, I don't think you know what you're doing. That's not going to hold up well with God. When you're given a gift, when you're anointed, and you don't take that gift and invest it back into the kingdom, that's what you're saying to God. And that's something I'm like, I'm going to give all of this to Jesus.
Right, exactly.
Because if I don't, it's not going to work out for me well.
No, it's not.
In the long run, it might. In the short run, I may make $1 million. I may make $2. I don't know from the gift that God's given me. But in the short run, it may work out great for me. In the long run, we all know where that's going to go.